this is my right. This is my vlog, which is task 1.6, and it's what I've understood about genre from watching the alternative to genre films, and how it's going to affect me, and sort of what I need to remember when I plan my opening sequence. So I think the first thing I've learned about genre is that they usually have about 5 or 6 main conventions that sort of define the whole genre. So if you take sci-fi for instance, like sort of the conventions of that is sort of like futuristic, new technologies, or maybe like extraterrestrial life forms. But then as well, some of them can be set in like an Earth in the future, which is like dying and it's kind of like catastrophic, like maybe the extinction of the human race, which I'll have to sort of take note of when I plan my opening sequence, because I need to have the conventions sort of along with the genre so that they make sense, otherwise the film just won't be understandable to the audience. Right, so the second thing I've learned is like that you can have like cross genres, so it's not just one genre, that it can fall into different categories. So for instance, you can have like comedy horrors, you can have action thrillers and stuff like that. So when I plan my opening sequence, maybe I'll incorporate a couple genres like to cross over with each other. So yeah, knowing a bit more about genres as a whole helps me plan my opening sequence, because I know what sort of conventions that I can put in. So like we're sort of thinking of having like a sci-fi horror or sci-fi thriller even, so I can use the main conventions of a sci-fi and a thriller and mix them into one to make like a new cross genre. But yeah, that's pretty much, I don't know, all I've got. So the third thing which I've understood about genre is that the narrative of the film can challenge the genre conventions. So for instance, like with a sci-fi film, the main conventions of that is sort of like space travel and other worlds, whereas you can get some sci-fi films which challenge this. For instance, like Jurassic Park, it's not it's a sci-fi because it's the scientific like making of animals which don't exist anymore, but it's set on Earth, it's set in modern day, it's not futuristic, and it's not in the past where the course of history has changed. It's sort of like just a normal time zone on Earth, which I can also take into consideration when I plan my opening sequence, because I can use I can challenge the conventions of a standard sci-fi or a thriller film, which I think I might have in my opening sequence, so I can take note of that when I plan it. So yeah, that's about all for this vlog, and more will be coming